A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development, French President Emmanuel Macron reached out to Russian President Vladimir Putin on Tuesday, urging him to agree to a ceasefire in Ukraine as soon as possible. This marked the first direct communication between the two leaders since September 2022, highlighting an important moment in international diplomacy as the war in Ukraine continues to escalate. The two-hour phone call, described by the Élysée presidential palace, was focused on the pressing need for peace in the region. During the conversation, Macron reiterated France's steadfast support for Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity, emphasizing the urgent necessity for a ceasefire and the initiation of negotiations aimed at reaching a solid and lasting resolution to the ongoing conflict. The French president's office stated that Macron called for immediate action to halt hostilities and to engage in dialogue between Ukraine and Russia. In contrast, Putin shifted the blame for the conflict onto Western nations, asserting that the ongoing crisis in Ukraine is a direct result of Western policies. According to the Kremlin's official statement, Putin highlighted that Western states have long neglected Russia's security concerns and have established an anti-Russian bridgehead in Ukraine. He stressed that any peace agreement must be comprehensive and long-term, addressing the fundamental causes of the Ukrainian crisis and reflecting the new territorial realities that have emerged since the conflict began. The backdrop of this phone call is a war that has raged on since Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. Despite various diplomatic efforts, a ceasefire remains elusive, and fighting continues to escalate. Just hours before the call, Ukrainian drones struck the Russian city of Izhevsk, resulting in casualties and injuries, marking one of the deepest incursions into Russian territory since the conflict began. Macron's push for a ceasefire comes at a time when tensions are further complicated by issues surrounding Iran's nuclear program. During the call, Macron also addressed the importance of Iran adhering to its commitments under the UN's Non-Proliferation Treaty and cooperating with the International Atomic Energy Agency. He expressed his determination to pursue a diplomatic approach to resolve the nuclear issue, as well as concerns regarding Iran's missile program and its regional influence. In response, Putin acknowledged Iran's right to develop a peaceful nuclear program, indicating a willingness to engage in discussions about the matter. Both leaders agreed to coordinate their efforts and plan for future conversations to address these pressing issues. The relationship between Macron and Putin has been fraught with tension, particularly following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Macron had previously made attempts to dissuade Putin from military action through a series of phone calls and a visit to Moscow in early 2022. However, after the invasion, direct communication dwindled, with the last conversation occurring in September 2022. Over the past year, Macron has adopted a firmer stance against Russia, viewing its expansionist policies as a threat to European stability. His administration has not ruled out the possibility of deploying French troops to Ukraine, reflecting a significant shift in France's military posture in response to the conflict. The recent call also comes on the heels of a ceasefire that ended a brief conflict between Israel and Iran, further intertwining the geopolitical landscape in which these discussions are taking place. As fighting persists in Ukraine, with Russian forces continuing their offensive operations, the need for a diplomatic resolution becomes increasingly urgent. Reports indicate that Russia has intensified aerial attacks, putting immense pressure on Ukraine's defense capabilities. As the international community watches closely, the outcome of Macron's renewed dialogue with Putin may hold significant implications for the future of Ukraine, regional security, and the broader geopolitical dynamics between Russia and the West. The call has been described as a crucial step in the ongoing quest for peace, but with entrenched positions on both sides, the path forward remains fraught with challenges and uncertainty. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.